misty mountains always give off this magical vibe during hikes. It makes you feel like you're in a Ghibli movie, transported into the world of mystical fantasy. This was our experience hiking Mount Tsukuba, the lowest of the Hyakumeizan at 877 meters. Come along as we hike up Mount Fuji's rival in the east, Tsukubasan. Once you get off the bus and walk down the road, the first temple you will see is Ōmidō. It is the 25th out of the 33 temples throughout the Kanto region of the Bando Kannon pilgrimage. You can get your goshoin and omamori and enjoy the views of the Kanto plain. Then we climb down the stairs and head to the actual trailhead, Tsukubasan Shrine. This shrine worships the sacred mountain, Mount Tsukuba. And since the mountain has two peaks, this shrine also has two deities. The male one is Izanagi no Mikoto, enshrined at Mount Nantai, and the female one is Izanami no Mikoto, enshrined at Mount Nyotai. And yes, we're hiking both peaks today. After getting the second seminar book, we started our hike. You can also just take the cable car if you want to enjoy the views at the top, but don't feel like hiking. It says there that it takes 90 minutes to complete this hike. 90 minutes to summit. But we'll see how long it would actually take us. Right now it's 11:14. We'll see.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you.
The trail, as you can see, is very wet and muddy. There's a tiny bit of rain right now, and the sun is nowhere to be found. But it is still oh so hot and humid. It is also very rocky. Rock formations after rock formations would be seen throughout the site. The majority of the path is composed of rocks, so please get your boots ready when you're hiking up this mountain. Did you capture my sweat? I'm so sweaty.
You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before. 'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. Guess I was wrong, and he's always there for you.
We still have 1.1 kilometers to go to reach Miyukigahara and 1.4 kilometers towards the first peak, Mount Nantai. Somebody broke their shoe.
Are you dying yet?
Mount Tsukuba in the east and Mount Fuji in the west. This is a pretty common saying about this mountain, although I'm not really sure how the comparison started. But one thing I would bet on is how steep it is. Mount Tsukuba, like Mount Fuji, is very steep. Hiking poles really are helpful when climbing up this mountain. One kilometer to the summit. Aside from rock formations, another thing amazing about this mountain is its environment. Just look at this massive tree that's sprung out 3 big branches. Funny how the universe always reminds us how tiny we are. As we progressed on our hike, the fog grew thicker. And the stairs became steeper. Are brutal. That's all I have to say. We're almost there. I can see the light. And we have reached Miyukigahara, where the Akihabara Station is also at. The peak is over there. We're not in the summit yet. Mount Tsukuba has 2 summits. One is Nantai-san, which is where we're closer at right now. The other one is Nyotai-san. So we're going to go to both of them today. And yeah, this is the place where you can rest. So this is in between the 2 peaks. It's very foggy today. I didn't really think that this place would have cafes on top, but here we are, and we're gonna have some coffee on this cafe. We have a really good spot for a view right now, but this is our view. Just fog. I like foggy hikes though. After stopping by for some delicious coffee, and with the fog just intensifying some more, we started heading to the peak of Mount Nantai. There's something about misty mountains or like foggy hikes that makes you feel as if you're either in the fantasy world or you're in Silent Hill. It's either of the two. I'd choose the fantasy world.
What is that?
Through the arbor in the garden room.
We have reached the summit of Nantai-san. Remember earlier when we first started the hike at the trailhead, it says there that it takes 90 minutes to go to the summit? Well, it's now a 3-1, which means that it took us twice the time it's supposed to take to summit this mountain. But we also took a lot of breaks and we took a lot of pictures, and we stopped by the area where there were a lot of shops to eat and to have coffee. So I don't know, it probably took us like 180 minutes, so that's still double the amount. So if you can see here, they would tell you what you would have seen if we don't have the fog right here, and it says there Mount Fuji, so Mount Fuji would be there if you got one today. But we didn't. So we can only imagine. We're done here at Nantai-san, and as you can see, wetness. It's now time to head to the other peak, Nyotai-san. To get to the other peak, you have to go back to Miyukigahara and take the opposite route on the other side. So if you don't know which peak to hike first, I suggest you hike Mount Nantai up first and then Mount Nyotai second, especially if you're planning on taking the ropeway down, because Nyotai-san has a ropeway station up there, so you can just take it down when you're feeling like it. We are taking the ropeway down because it's, I think, almost 4 and the bus stops working at 5. We don't want to miss our bus. If you're looking for love, we have a power spot for matchmaking. So hike up here with your significant other and the mountain, the 2 peaks of Tsukubasan, and right now we're on our way to the ropeway station. The ropeway runs until 5:20, so if you want to be in the mountains more and take your time. You can take the 520 ropeway and the cable car too, I think. But the thing is, the bus would only run until 5 p.m. and if you're taking public transport, you should make sure to make it to the bus stop before 5 p.m. because no buses would run after that from here. You can take the taxi, I guess, but if you want to save money, then make sure to catch a 5 p.m. bus. To Tsushigaoka, the bus stop just outside the ropeway station, is where I am at, which has its last bus at 5 p.m. The latest bus you can possibly take without having to walk for almost 40 minutes to the nearest bus stop is at 5:30 to Tsukubasan Shrine. We're back here at Tsukuba Station, and that's the end of our hiking trip for today. Thank you so much for coming with us on this misty hike. See you on the trails, everyone.